Hi there, Internet Associate. It's Anthony, and I am here again with the one, the only,
Kyland.
and we are about to react to another episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, this is Season 3, Episode 10, and the title is Amends. Now, based off that title, as I always ask you, Kylan, do you have any thoughts or predictions for what might be about to happen in this episode?
Well, we're coming off of what I would say was a pretty lackluster episode. Lackluster in terms of what it was about and just it not really being story related. So I'm thinking this will probably be something that goes back to being a little bit more about the story. Like, it's a theme to do one thing, to do something like when the title is something, it's kind of like a title related to every character in every like story. So like, it's obviously going to be something that's an amends amongst a group of people. So maybe like Cordelia will make amends with Xander, and Willow will make amends with Oz, and Buffy might make one with Angel.
Wait,
So
didn't they already make amends? Kind of like they've been
yeah,
cool, right?
I mean they kind of did, but you could kind of say they're like, I mean they're not really on speaking terms now, you know?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, that's true.
they decided to not be friends anymore.
Yeah.
So I would say that the amends could be like them trying to work something out for them to be friends again, or not even friends, maybe even lovers. Who knows? Although I don't feel like that would be a smart idea, given because like
Doesn't
we
seem
already
smart.
determined it wasn't the sex that turned him back into his old self. It was the feeling of just pure joy, you know.
Yeah. Well, main thing I took from that is that you really didn't like the last episode because you just started out. We're coming off a really lackluster episode, and
Yeah,
then
no.
I just
No, I mean, I really didn't like the last episode at all for
Yeah.
a lot of reasons that I feel like I said last time. But
yeah. Yeah, amends. I guess I'm thinking the same thing as you. Obviously, it'll be some type of amends being made. I don't know what to expect. I don't remember this one off the top of my head. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 3, Episode 10, Amends.
Wherever you going?
You got another flashback.
Late, no?
What do you want? I like the one good process.
Daniel, be of good cheer. It's Christmas.
vampires can dream.
Apparently so. Okay, so we're starting out with Angel here. Oh. That's awkward.
Angel.
I think that's a new hairstyle for Buffy.
Angel?
So wait, that was Angel in the beginning?
Yeah,
What is it?
he had a different hairstyle. And you know, he speak with an accent.
True. I guess it's the hair that threw me off.
So, you doing anything special?
Oh, so
Tree,
Joss Whedon
nod,
had his hand in
roast
both of the
beef.
pots on this one.
Just
Yep.
me and Mom, and hopefully an excess of gifts.
That's how I know we got a banger.
Being Jewish.
Wait, I didn't know Willow was Jewish.
We talked about this before.
Did we?
But I
Yeah.
guess that's all.
Like in the episode where they were hanging the stuff on the wall to fend from Angel, they were hanging like crosses. And then Willow was like, Ira Rosenberg wouldn't be happy their only daughter is hanging crosses or something. And we were talking about how she was Jewish and, like, you know, her last name is Rosenberg, which I think is kind of a common Jewish last name and all that stuff.
Dang. That's crazy.
But yeah,
The-
and I
The
think
more you know.
I thought you slept outside to avoid your family's drunken Christmas fights.
dang.
Yes. And that was
I
a
mean,
confidence I was hoping
she
you
is
would
mad at
share.
him, so
Well, I'll be in
I don't blame
Aspen.
her.
Skiing. With actual snow.
Anyway, forgiveness is pretty much a big theme with me this year. Because of
amends. Ooh.
that. But it's a history that's in the past. Well, I guess most history is in the past.
I think I'd be willing to give it a shot. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad this happened.
Do you want us to hug now?
So I guess they weren't writing him off.
See, Oz is a forgiving, understanding person.
You're a doll.
What about Giles? I mean, he doesn't have any...
No, I'm sure he's fine.
We could at least ask him.
A bunch of them up and died on us. Don't know why.
About time something weird started going on. Can never get too comfortable in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Whoa.
What? What was up with that dude's eyes?
That's a good question. You definitely can't get comfortable.
But I got that big party that I've been invited to. So.
Something tells me there's no party.
Yeah.
I have no right to ask for it. But there's no one else.
This man tortured him, murdered his first love.
I can't come in unless you invite me.
I'm aware of that.
See, but I get it though. Like, I mean, like, I'd be mad too.
Yeah. Can't blame
the
Giles.
audacity.
I've had
Really?
dreams lately.
Can't blame him for being on edge.
Past. It's
Ooh.
Because, to be blunt,
It's like being haunted by the past evils that he's done, as always, but even more vividly now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That totally caught me off guard. Jenny just all of a sudden being behind Giles like that.
Yeah, kind of eerie too.
The absence of canapé.
I'm sorry, but this mustache.
Might have been the style at the
In
time.
the streets. My little boy.
He looks like Tobias Funke.
You're hurting me.
Seriously.
Cry out.
Oh. This man was so evil. Did they both just have that dream?
That's super crazy.
They haven't
Yeah,
synchronized.
you gotta tell Giles about that, Buffy.
Xander has a piece of you that Oz just can't touch. I guess now it's just about showing Oz that he comes first. I guess.
It's a really nice way to put
Thanks.
that.
Yeah.
a man. I was a man once.
Oh, yes. And what a man you were.
Oh snap.
So this is like before he was a vampire?
Uh-oh, they're both sleeping. Oh no. I know they're dreaming, but still. We don't need any nocturnal emissions or anything from Angel. You never know what can happen. Whoa. Oh snap. What are you looking up like that for, Angel? What's going on here? This thing is apparently getting to him, not just in like a guilt trippy way, but and influence him to give into his, I guess, evil in his
darkest
way.
desires.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Or I guess I wouldn't say desires, but you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Since technically he has a soul again, so it's not like this is the stuff he desires, but I guess maybe there's still some part of him inside of him that, like, if he allows it to take over him, it can. I don't know. But that's clearly what this thing is aiming at. It's aiming at, you know, edging him back into the darkness, if you will.
with Angel? What happened?
Oh, we don't need to get sidetracked. Who are these guys?
Yeah, how do you tell
they're
your
known as
watcher
the,
you got a wet dream about
bringers, or harbingers.
about a vampire that you're not supposed to be seeing anymore?
You can't fight the first, Buffy. It's not a physical being.
Well, I can fight these priest guys.
What brings the Slayer down here?
I like how they just cleared out.
Hey, Willie. How you been?
Really?
Keeping out
Guess
of
they weren't
trouble.
looking for a fight.
There's gotta
I just muted Kylan real quick. I totally forgot that the first was in this season too.
I've heard people
Are you
say
serious right now?
Really? Like,
Mature, younger people. And so
what happened?
we could... I'm ready to...
Hold hands?
with you.
I'm sorry, but this this music playing is really like.
Where are you going?
No, I'm not going. Well, don't take this the wrong way. But I'm not.
And I don't blame him, just because imagine what they're just now coming off of.
Yeah, it seems like Willow's just trying to compensate.
I want it to be because we both needed to, for the same reason.
This is just like in the
You don't have
van
to prove anything to me.
in season 2.
I just
Yeah,
wanted
you're
you
right.
to know.
When she was trying to kiss him.
So, Angel's on top again?
What?
Okay, Mom, don't touch yours though, because then you're
I
gonna
feel
know
like she's
what
about
it
to
is.
walk in on something. This feels creepy. Oh, snap.
She wants you to taste her. Think of the peas.
How can I help you?
Leave me alone!
That was such a dramatic
I need
dive.
you to stay with Mom in case.
Leave me alone!
Sean.
That neck was looking tempting.
Comes a danger. You may have to kill him.
Are you kidding me? If I was Buffy, I'd be so mad.
Can't do it.
Oh snap.
Yeah, that's cool. It relates back to what we saw earlier in the episode. That's what's called a plant, kids. And I'm not referring
A
to
literal plant.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually about trees, but also in terms of writing technique. When you have something mentioned or said offhand in dialogue that is actually planted to be paid off.
Evil?
Oh, whoa.
Understand what I've done. Now go.
You are not staying here. I won't let you.
Oh my gosh.
I almost forgot that Buffy was the Slayer.
Yeah.
She could really take
Oh my gosh.
And I hate it. I hate that it's so hard. Convince you that you belong in this world, and I don't know what can. But do not
Is it starting to snow?
expect me to watch. And don't expect me to
That's
mourn for you,
crazy.
because
At this point, it's practically a spoiler when it says written and directed by Joss Whedon at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
Because you know some crazy mess like this is about to go down, and they're about to just be like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I mean, like the acting, the writing is just off the charts right now.
Wow. So he really does sleep outside.
We're there reporting heavy
Oh, yeah.
snowfall for the first time in
He
well,
said first time ever.
Sunnydale residents shouldn't expect to see the sun at all today. That
Dang. Wow.
Wow.
Well,
So I guess he wasn't meant to die.
all right. So, what did you think about the episode?
This was pretty good. Like I said, the amends thing kind of applied to all the characters. Faith, Willow and Oz, even kind of Cordelia in her own kind of way. She kind of made her own kind of amends with them just by like how just their banter is now back to where it started, kind of like Willow said. I think the whole thing playing with now we kind of see that manifestation of Angel's guilt.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was kind of cool to see, because before it was just kind of like on his head, but now we're kind of we got to see it like in person, you know. Then one thing I didn't really like about the episode was I didn't really like the villain, or like the monster that Jenny changed into at the end. I thought the villain was a little cheesy looking, but I mean, it was only really there for like 2 seconds, so it didn't like permeate the whole episode.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what that villain like actually like just looked like. Like, I don't think that's just the villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that was just something that it can manifest itself into. But like it was saying, it's literally every single evil thing. Like, it can be anything it wants at any point in time, anywhere it wants to be. Inside of your mind, outside of your mind. However, it can only be seen by one person. It can be seen by like it's just literally anything evil and can just manifest itself that way. and it's just this evil force. So that, I don't know, that was pretty crazy. But it was funny when Buffy just shot it down.
Some other things I really liked, just like small things. I liked when they went to the bar, and the vampires just scattered. I thought that was kind of cool. Like, she has like this reputation of like her reputation precedes her. You know, like some vampires truly just don't want any trouble. So they're just like, let me just go ahead and go about my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't want that pressure. You know?
And I like how Xander was actually sleeping outside. I thought, not that I thought it was it didn't seem like, it just seemed like more of like a hyperbole than it did like a literal. Like, I wasn't expecting to see him like actually sleeping outside in a sleeping bag.
Right, exactly. In the snow. Well, I guess he wasn't expecting the snow either, considering how it's never snowed in Sunnydale before.
Yeah.
That was all pretty crazy. What did you think about, I know we talked about it a little bit, but like Willow and Oz's scene and everything, and you know, Oz, everything that he said to Willow.
Well, yeah, I've been saying that I made a prediction that they were gonna get back together, because like I didn't think that Willow, I mean, yeah, she was in the wrong, but she was in less of a wrong than Xander. So like I would be more okay with Xander or with Willow and Oz getting back together than I would with Xander and Cordelia, which Cordelia and Xander doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. I'm
not gonna let you just sit up here and claim your correct predictions and then just not, like, yeah, you said that, but you were also saying that you thought Oz was about to get written off and that they weren't getting back together.
Yeah, that's true, but
there was cherry pick your predictions.
That's at some point I did say I thought Willow and Oz were gonna get back together, or I said I want them to get back together at least, because I thought that Willow wasn't in the wrong as much. But I will say I did say I thought that I didn't say, I asked. I personally feel like they're preparing to write Seth Green off. Well, you know what? I don't remember the exact conversation because I'm not good at remembering things. But I asked you if you thought he was going to get written off, and you said, well, I can't tell you because I've seen it already.
But there definitely did seem to be some similarities there in that scene with that scene that Willow and Oz had in the van when Willow was trying to kiss Oz. So it's kind of, and what did Willow do in that scene? Like she was trying to make Xander jealous at that point or something. Yeah. So it's a little different this time, but and I don't know exactly what Willow's motivations were. I guess I think Oz kind of alluded to what he thought they might have been too, but it definitely kind of felt like it wasn't just all completely because she just felt like it was time for them to do that. It did kind of feel like this was kind of like a, I don't know, like a makeup thing or like a
that's to me type thing. It came off like she was trying to like, I guess, prove to herself that like everything with Xander was like done and that like she was and like making up for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like she thought that would like be an easy fix to a deeper problem.
Proving to herself is an interesting way to put it too. But so that was understandable, but and I didn't think there was anything like inherently like just wrong with that, but I was really glad that Oz, still was like, no, let's wait until it's like actually, a really good time to do it, and it's like the right reason for both of us, like you said.
Oz is a good soul. Like he easily could have just taken advantage of that situation.
Yeah, definitely. It was cool seeing Jenny again.
Yeah, but it's cool seeing her again, but is it cool seeing her in that light? You know what I mean? Like, was it really Jenny? Like,
it wasn't Jenny. But yeah, definitely.
Like, it was like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but a blank of Jenny, like not even a caricature, but you know what I mean.
It was just a recreation of her physical form.
Yeah.
That most definitely was not actually her on the inside. I guess I just meant it was cool seeing her physical form again. Okay, now that just sounded kind of like her.
Yeah, you just think she's hot or something, Anthony?
I just meant it was cool seeing what looks like the character Jenny again on the show. So anyway, it was cool seeing her physical form. But back to that final scene, though, I do just think it's worth mentioning again. I mean, that was pretty powerful, too. Like, you know, all jokes aside, with everything that was happening there. Like, Angel was literally about to commit suicide, basically.
Yeah, death by sunlight.
And Buffy managed to talk him out of it, basically. And, like, when, you know, he was like, they're like, the world doesn't want him anymore or something like that. And she was like, but what about me? And all this other stuff. I was just like, dang it, Joss Whedon, like, goodness. And I mean, all other writers as well. But
for a
like,
while, I really forgot that, like, she was a Slayer. And I know it's weird, but, like, I just kind of she didn't seem like a Slayer at that point. She seemed like just a vulnerable person.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, they were both being very, very vulnerable at that point. And Angel was like, you know, how he, like, just let me be strong and everything. But then she was like, the strong thing to do is to fight and to keep on going. And that kind of feels like just such a, you know, apropos thing just in terms of the show in general and how much they, you know, continually fight episode after episode, week after week, all these different things. Like we talked about so many times how Buffy must just like like hate doing this at this point, you know? I mean, like, it's entertaining to watch, but it's like eventually, like you said, this is her life and she just continues to fight. So she, of anybody, would understand that. And so I just thought that was really kind of powerful for her to say, like, the strong thing to do is just keep on fighting and to not try to, like, give up like that. And, you know, not taking into consideration, I guess, you know, the impact that you're having on other people and the world, even if it doesn't want you. I do think it is interesting, though, to think about the fact that technically, I mean, while I definitely think that what Buffy did was right in talking Angel out of it, at the same time, it's not that bad of an argument to say that Angel should have just killed himself.
Yeah, no, I mean, that to me is like the first logical thing to do in this scenario.
Yeah. Not
to sound like Xander or anything, but
right, exactly. And it's like, it's one of those moments where it's like, it's like it kind of proves Xander right in some ways, though, because Xander was always like, you know, Angel is evil no matter what. Once evil, always evil. Da 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 da. And it's like now Angel has a soul, but yet still is showing that he can be corrupted by something and, you know, become prone to evil thoughts or evil actions or something. So like, it's like, yeah, it's like in a way, it does start to feel like the logical and, you know, most, I guess, responsible thing to do as a Slayer would be to either kill this vampire or let them die, since, you know, they are a vampire that could have the propensity or whatever the word would be to go out and kill somebody, even though they have a soul, since we're just seeing that Angel can still kind of be corrupted like that and can still be prone to those actions maybe. But, you know, at the same time, like, I mean, I definitely think that she's right, that he should just keep on fighting and everything, and that Angel has the strength to overcome it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't blame somebody for saying that Angel should die and that he should kill himself or whatever. And I don't even blame him for thinking that, really. Well, all right then. Did you have any other thoughts on the episode?
Nope. I've said everything I've had to say.
Well, all right then. I really enjoyed this episode. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about it. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're interested in seeing the full uncut reactions, you can head on over to Patreon. And that'll be it for now. We will see you all later.